Very quickly going to describe how this guide is set up. The video is split into chapters. You can find them down below. The first chapter will describe the boss fight mechanics, the second chapter describes each of the important abilities, and the final chapter will be role-specific duties. Sprocketmonger Lockenstock. This is a single-phase fight with a brief intermission where the raid just has to survive. The main mechanic is navigating around the arena while avoiding all the traps and inventions that arrive on the conveyor belts located on the left, right, and center of the arena. Phase 1. Sprocket will use wire transfer, which electrifies part of the floor. This means that the boss and raid position will constantly be shifting. Conveyor belts are spread around the arena. These move the boss's weapons around, but are traversable by the raid as they are not electrified by the wire transfer ability. When the boss uses activated inventions, the conveyor belts will stop moving and become temporarily electrified as the inventions start attacking. There are 3 inventions, with each one changing after the intermission. The 3 inventions are Blazing Beam, which shoots lines of fire across the arena, Rocket Barrage, which shoots what look like Wowhead rockets across the arena, and Mega Magnetize, which will pull players towards them attempting to stun them. All of these inventions are avoidable. After the first intermission, Blazing Beam turns into Jumbo Void Beam, which still shoots lines except now it's purple and much wider. And after the second intermission, Rocket Barrage turns into Void Barrage, which launches multiple purple projectiles towards players. The boss will also use Screw Up. This targets random players for 4.5 seconds, dropping circles beneath them. Drills will emerge from these circles, stunning anyone that gets hit. And his final ability is Sonic Ba-Boom, which just deals raid damage and applies a 10-second dot. There are 2 tank mechanics. Each melee hit applies a stacking debuff, which increases damage and slows movement speed, followed by a Pyro Party Pack attack, which plants a bomb on the tank. This explodes after 6 seconds and deals less damage to the raid the further away the tank is. So swap after the bomb is placed and run away from the raid. Phase 1's abilities. Activate Inventions. Lockenstock stops the conveyor belts, electrifies them, and activates his inventions. The inventions. Blazing Beam. This invention fires a continuous line of flame that deals fire damage. The Rocket Barrage fires 2 rockets over 4 seconds towards players. It deals damage if colliding with a player. Mega Magnetize will pull players towards it. On contact, they are stunned for 6 seconds. The Empowered Inventions. The Jumbo Void Beam. This is a wide purple beam that deals shadow damage. Void Barrage launches void projectiles every 2.5 seconds. Getting hit deals shadow damage and also does a burst of raid damage. His additional abilities, Wire Transfer. This electrifies a section of the floor. These zones inflict nature damage every second and slows your movement speed by 40%. Screw Up will target random players and marks the location beneath them for 4.5 seconds. Drills will emerge from these locations, stunning anyone hit for 6 seconds and applying a bleed. Sonic Ba-Boom. This is a burst of raid damage that applies a 10-second dot. Blisterizer MK2. These are traps that are on the conveyor belts. When touched, it launches players into the air and applies a 6-second dot, but it also increases movement speed by 60%. Gravigunk, this is tank related. Each melee attack applies a stacking debuff that increases all damage taken by 8% and reduces your movement speed by 5%. The Pyro Party Pack, this is also tank related. This places a bomb on the tank that detonates after 6 seconds. This deals fire damage to the raid, but decreases the further away the bomb is. The Intermission. Once Lockenstock reaches 100 energy, he initiates beta launch, which will throw the raid to the opposite side of the arena from him. For the next 20 seconds, he channels Bleeding Edge, which upgrades one of his inventions, and it deals raid damage every 5 seconds. The raid should quickly run up the conveyor belts to reach the boss while avoiding all of the ground effects, abilities, and extra traps. The Intermission Abilities. Beta Launch. The boss goes to one end of the arena and throws the raid to the opposite, electrifying most of the flooring other than the conveyor belts, and starts channeling Bleeding Edge. Bleeding Edge. This is channeled for 20 seconds. It deals raid damage and applies a healing absorb every 5 seconds. It also throws Black Blood Splatter, which is marked by circles, which will disorient players that are hit for 2 seconds. Upgraded Blood Tech. After the Bleeding Edge channel, he buffs himself, increasing his overall damage done by 15%. This does stack. Role-specific duties. Tanks. Taunt swap after the Pyro Party Pack, and if you have the bomb, run away from the raid. Watch your stacks, especially after a couple of intermissions as the damage increases. Be aware of your positioning with all of the electrified ground and other mechanics. Healers. Expect raid damage over 10 seconds after Sonic Ba-Boom is cast. Expect another burst of raid damage when the tank's bomb explodes. During the intermission, expect bursts of raid damage and healing absorbs every 5 seconds. DPS. Be constantly aware of the mechanics that are flying all around. Actively utilize defenses, especially during the intermission. All right, you're good to go. Shout out to these channel members. If this video helped them, press the thumbs up, subscribe if you enjoy WoW content. I have plenty of guides, tips and tricks, podcasts, and more. You can show extra support by becoming a channel member. It's 99 cents a month and gives you early ad-free access to all my videos. Check out my store for exclusive Prefessional merch. I'll see you in the next one.